Hey y'all. I actually hit oh, first of all, let's see if that light works a little better. Yeah, I actually hit go live too quick. So I ain't all the way set up, but we gonna roll with it. We will roll with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share this in the other group. Grab your journals, planners, whatever you want to grab. Hope everybody is doing well today. Let me know if you can hear me. See me okay? So I need to share this. All right, then I need to put this in the Facebook group. I mean, literally was moving too fast. I'm like, oh shoot, I did not mean to hit start, but it is what it is. All right, so let's put this in the Facebook group. And then we will get started. And again, if you don't have your journal, notepad, whatever you need, you can go ahead and grab it. You have time to catch it, because like I said, I did not mean to start this quick, but it happens. All right, so let's go live. All right, and if y'all need to share this anywhere else, y'all can. That's fine. Oh, I'm moving too fast. Post. And let me pour this other light. So I think that should be enough light over here. All right, let me come back to y'all. All right, so we are back. I hope everybody is doing well. If you are doing the Growing Pains Journal Challenge, I'm hoping that you have started growing your goals, started somewhere, started doing some things. Because if you haven't, I have. And I'm a little excited about it. So I did go ahead and get started in this journal slightly, not for real, but I did tape some. I take my picture down in the front, and then y'all know I got some new plants in, was it yesterday or the day before? So I went ahead and taped in this photo that I took. I printed this out, but y'all look at the stickers that they sent. Do y'all see what that says? I'm sick of it, but it's so cute. So that's that. Okay. And I left a couple of pages blank because I didn't know what I wanted to do with those. When I get a new journal, the very first page tends to be a little bit shorter. I guess it's how they do the printing. I can't stand it, so I always glue that first page onto this in any journal. I typically will glue 2 pages together. So that's what happened with that. So what we're going to do over here is, y'all remember when I talked about the goals? I had that goals page. We're going to add it on this side. I'm going to print it out. So 20 things by 2020. I just told you I wasn't going to recreate that page. So that's going to go right here. And so what I'm going to do is, first of all, sticky notes. I'm going to put a sticky note and kind of say where this needs to go. All right, so on this side is going to be the 20 things during 2020. And that's where I'll print the photo of it. All right, so that's going to go there. So if you are setting up your journal and you're like, okay, I'm not ready to write in it just yet, you kind of take a little sticky note and put what you want to go in those sections. So that's going to go right here. And no, actually, that's going to go right here. And then the letter to myself. Hey, Vivian. Hey, everybody that popped in. And the letter to myself is going to go over here. Or note to self. All right, so that's going to go right here. The note to self, I'm probably going to put a sticker doll right there, so we'll come back to that. So we have, starting out, we got the picture when I first open it up, see me first. I'm also going to put, you know, my name or something on there because, you know, claim who you are. And then you can also put when you started the journal, right? So this journal was started in May by a Renee or however. Hey, Shanita. All right, and then on the next page, that'll be note to self, 20 things during 2020. I'm going to take a picture of that from the other journal, put that in there. Then we flip over. I have a couple of extra pages because remember, I didn't know exactly what I wanted in here. And then I skipped over, and then I put a picture of some of the plants that I have. And so I'm going to write plant life right here. And that's actually going to be a journal entry on how plants have helped me during this time, or how it's helped my anxiety. So we're going to put plant life. All right, and so that'll be a journal entry where I write about and reflect on that. All right, so y'all see how quick some of the journal pages are being set up. It doesn't take a lot to get those pages started up. All right, so that's that. And then we know that I always typically will go in and put a hello May page, or when I'm starting that. So we'll go ahead and put that over here. And then I'll find some cardstock at some point and put it over here. So let's go ahead and do hello May, welcome to May, whatever that case may be. I'm pretty much going to just work with whatever colors I have in front of me. And so we're going to do May. And so if you're new to my page, one of the things that I do in each journal is I create a section for each month. And what that does is it allows for me in certain areas of the month, if I don't want to write like everything I'm feeling, I know that it happened in May. I may not want to date that particular entry, so I just keep it there. So something you can keep in between your sections is, like, let's just say every month you want to write something that keeps you in the routine of opening up your journal, right? You can always do like a gratitude page. There are some people you'll see on their journal pages where they kind of do a gratitude listing, where 1 through this month we have what, 31? Or is it 30? What is it? Help the child. 31 days in this month, right? So you might go through and say 1 through 31. Well, I mean, look at it. We are already on the 20th, almost the 21st. So You may just want to do a page where you kind of reflect on the things that you're thankful for, your gratitude, and that can go in between your month. I would typically put that, if I'm going to do that within a particular month, it's probably going to be the second page after this. You have some people, if they're using astrology, they'll tab their journals. I haven't done a tab type of thing with my journals yet. Don't know if I'm there yet. Haven't. I ain't did that yet. And kind of like with your page that you're going to do a divider, you can make it as fun as you want to, as plain as you want to. It's just whatever you want. Some of you all are into affirmations, so maybe you want to affirm something for this month. So I think I'm going to do an I affirm. So I'm going to I. And so one of the things that I'm going to affirm, y'all, like, if you don't have friends that push you past your comfort zone, you need to add to your friends, okay? So I am that friend that will push my friends, and I'll push myself to a certain point sometimes, but then I get a little bit comfortable or I get a little bit nervous, and then I just stop. However, I have a couple of friends that be like, okay, so what's up? What we doing next? Yeah, that's cute. You've been talking about this for a minute. You ain't made the moves that you said you was gonna move. So what we doing? So this month, I am really being stretched past my comfort zone. I am moving beyond the fear, moving beyond my nerves. So it's been really, these past few days have been, baby, y'all, like, I've been making moves, nerves, trembling in my boots. So down here, I will write I affirm. Let me write what I'm thinking I'm about to put. Give me 1 second. Continue building your page. All right, so I'm affirming to myself that I will move unapologetically in my purpose. Okay, so that's going to be what I'm affirming to myself. And what that means is, I don't care how nervous I get about something. If I get a little nervous, I got to work through it. All right? Hey, how are you? All right, so I affirm, and I'm going to get quiet on y'all so I don't mess this up. All right, so that's my affirmation, okay? I will move unapologetically in my purpose. And so what that means to me is keep going. Do it scared if you must. And get ready. So that is mine. All right, so that's that. And again, if you want to add some stickers or something like that, you'll go in and add that. If you want to just leave it as this is, you do that. Again, it's whatever you want to do. But as you start your journal, create sections so you kind of keep up with how things went in that month. Or if you're just into dating each day, you can do that. Just a suggestion. It works for me. And this is how I journal. All right, so far, let's look again at what we've set up. This is a new journal. This is a Stylogy B6. The pages are pretty thin, so that might not be your thing. So in every journal, I'm going to put a photo of myself somewhere in here, one time, several times, whatever I'm feeling, but every journal needs a photo. I've started that in the past, maybe about 2 years. So you can kind of see your growth, where you were. Your eyes tell a story, so whether you're smiling or not, you pretty much can say, oh, this is where I was in my life. Then when we flip, I'll have a note to myself, pretty much like where I am, how I'm feeling, what I would like to see in this journal. This right here will be 20 things during 2020. I'll print a picture out from my other journal because I'm not rewriting that. Just not. Then we flip over. This is my plant page, and this is about plant life, how I got back into plants and how it's actually helped my anxiety over the past 2.5 months. So that's what I'll journal about right there. And then we get into Hello May. This is where the meat of your journal comes in, what you want to write about. A couple of things that I add in my journals. What I've started doing is Sunday sermon goes in here. What I am going to start adding my therapy sessions. I'm going to create a therapy page. I was keeping it separate, but then I was like, but why not put it in here? So I'll have that in here. We talked about the gratitude page, give thanks, so we can go ahead and do that. Now, one thing with the Stylogy, you can see through it. So that might not be your thing if you can see through it. It does not bother me. So we are going to do gratitude. And remember, we rolling with these few colors right now. I will pull out a sticker book. Let's see what we have over here. No, that's not a silly question. That's actually a good question. You can use your Bujo. I used to do that sometimes with my planner. Sometimes I will actually journal within my planner. It might not be a long Dear Diary entry, but it may be something that I want to remember at that moment, and I'll journal in there. So that's a very good idea. I've seen a lot of Bujo users plan for the day. At the end of the day, they do a journal page on one side, kind of like the oh gosh, Hobonichi Cousins or Hobo, I can't remember which one it is, where they have like the daily planning on one side and they can journal. So definitely, if that's something you're into, yeah, that will work really good. All right. So we're just going to pull out what I have right now. Okay, and so hopefully y'all are taking notes on things that you can add in your journal. As you're starting, these are just a couple of pages that if you do this each month, you will fill your journal up without even trying. All right, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to do the gratitude page. So we're just going to flip through and see if it's anything in here so I can kind of show you how you can use your sticker book sometimes. So you may want a border, right? And you may have stickers in here that you ain't about to do nothing with these stickers, right? So for example, you may have this. And you probably are like, I'm not about to list make nothing. So we can use some of these and create a border. So let's create a border going around. And this again is going to be my gratitude page. Yes, start where you are. That's actually, I'm glad you said that. So y'all, you do not have to have a new journal right now. Start where you are, but I will tell y'all soon, Journal Jot and Jive will have journals available. They're not going to be from Journal Jot and Jive per se, but it's going to be things that I would use and things that I would write in. So I am super excited about some new things that are coming to the store. So stay tuned. Get your coins ready, cause it's coming. Why did I think I had that other? So yeah, so there's gonna be some journals. I had a couple of y'all ask me about stickers. I won't be designing the stickers, but there will be some stickers coming to the shop. And they're like saying, oh yeah, I'm so hyped. Super hyped. But just know, if it's coming to the shop, it's going to be something you'll like because I like it. And y'all know I don't like shabby stuff. All right, so if you need to cut this off, ooh, do I have my X-Acto knife anywhere near? Yeah, I do. All right, let's talk about X-Acto knife and Stylogy. Yes, Cindy, the Teco, that's what it was, the Teco Cousins. So if y'all are into that thickness of paper, that is actually a good one. It has the planning and then it has your journaling on one side. All right, so with your X-Acto knife and the Stylogy or your Hobonichis, y'all, you can cut through the page. Did I cut? Oh, I didn't do it this time. You just have to be really careful with that. Now I'm going to show you something I do if I have a little bit of excess of stickers or washi. I end up making a washi page. So I'll just start sticking excess stuff if I'm not going to use it. All right, so let's do... And again, you're using stickers that you have. A lot of us have these books, right? So you're just going to pull out what you have. And it doesn't have to be like symmetrical or the same. It just depends on where you are. I know some of y'all want everything to be equal and all of that. I journal sometimes with symmetry. Other times I do not. But y'all know I am going to use a doll somewhere on here. So this is why I'm leaving some space left. Some spacing. So ooh, that went down pretty good. Okay. Happy Planner stickers are forgiving in Stylogy notebooks, but not all. All right. Okay. So I think I like that because I'm going to write a word somewhere in there. So we're going to start with that part. And I'm just flipping through to see if there's anything else in here. And right now it's not. I can come back to that. So let's go find us a doll, all right? All right, so let's see what doll I am willing to part with. All right, here we go. Y'all know I'm dramatic. Super dramatic. That does not belong in there. So if y'all have dolls, and you're watching this with me, since I'm parting with the doll, you have to part too. Yep. So your assignment is use one of your dolls, okay? Y'all ain't gonna be using me to use my dolls and y'all ain't using y'all dolls. All right, so these are optional. Okay, these are optional. Let's see what we have in here. All right. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready to part with Santana. Nope. I like Baylor too, but I've used several of hers. Bailey is another one of my faves. All right, so I'm gonna make a decision. That is who we're gonna use. All right, so I'm gonna use. We gonna start here. All right, this might take me a second, y'all, cause I ain't got no nails to get the backing off of here. So as I'm getting the backing off of here, y'all go on and pull out one of y'all dolls. Okay, should have some dolls going on your page right now. Right, so we're gonna put her right here. All right, and so this is gonna be our gratitude. Yeah, Vivian, I know you. Vivian, I ain't seen a doll yet. Y'all gonna use these dolls. I ain't doing this by myself no more. All right, so we put her down, and ooh, I think I know how I want to write this. Let's see. I think I want to do. All right, so y'all get it. Thankful. So again, make your journal fun. Oh no, you're not super behind on the prompts. I'm gonna show you what I did today, the bit that I can show online. Okay, so even if you don't have your plant, or if you're not even thinking about getting a plant, you can still do the plant. But if you don't do the plant, I mean, you can still do the prompts. So I'll show you those in a second. Okay, Darlene, so I'm going to show you that in a second because we're almost pretty much finished because I think I've shown y'all enough how to set up a journal so you're not overwhelmed. Yeah, he said, what is the plant? So, Darlene, which plant did you get? Oh, yay, Tammy, you finished the journal. Isn't it fun finishing the journal? Awesome, congrats. Okay, so this is our, oh, you got an Asian jasmine. I don't even know what that is, so I'll look that up. Okay, so y'all, this is our thankful page. So this is where gratitude will go on here, what I'm thankful for, you know, just those moments. So we have that. Let's do another recap. We have the plant life. This is what I told y'all I'll be writing about that. Oh, I like the name Smooth. That's cute. Hello, May. We have, yeah, the plant. And then these are some blank pages. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that. Yes, that is a huge win, Tammy. People don't understand. Filling a journal? Why did I do that like that was a stack of papers? Okay, so let's talk about the journal prompts, all right? So one of the things that you were to do now, hold on, y'all. I'm going to have to, I got to block something out on this. All right. Need to. Okay, so with the journal prompts, the first thing you were to do was to get your journal prompts. All right, boom. Most of y'all have gotten the journal prompts. The second thing was kind of read through it and see what the heck is Adrienne having us do. What does she mean? A plant? Like a plant? What the heck? A plant? Yes, plant. Okay. So then you pick your plant. And so the idea, right? In order to take care of a plant, you kind of got to know what your plant is, what you should do. I'm pretty sure most of us, if you've had a plant, you have killed a plant, mainly because we just didn't take the time to learn about it and what it takes to nurture a plant. Well, the same thing happens with the goal, right? All right, so what I did was we got the prompts, and so I did a video on this. I believe this was Monday, y'all. Was it Monday or Sunday? Where we set up the page. I set up the page so you could kind of see it. So not only will I have my journal, you don't have to do this though. You can keep it all in one place. But I like to plan certain things out, right? So I do brain dumps. I'm going to do a list to keep me focused and all of that. Well, when you chose your plant, if you have the plant, if you do not have the plant right now, that's totally fine. You can draw a plant for all I care. Just if you pay attention to it each week. You chose your plant and you chose your goal. All right. And again, even if you don't have the journal prompts, don't think you're about to get everything, because I'm telling you, because there's still other assignments that they have to do. So once you did that, you needed to decide, what do I need to do this week, right? So the first thing that I did was, what is my one goal? I knew my goal was working on returning back to the salon in June, but I do really need 30 days to get some things done, right? So I created this week's list. You can do a brain dump for the whole 30 days, but you still need to break that down so you're not overwhelmed. So I went in, this is our week. Y'all know I like affirmations. Again, everybody's is going to look different, because how I handle something is not going to probably be how you handle stuff. So it just depends on how you operate, what works for you. So after I decided, like, hey, this is the goal that I'm going to work on, I then said, all right, girl, what you need to do this week? Okay, so you got to talk to yourself a little bit. This is how I talk to myself. Like, I'm really animated, dramatic, sing to myself, talk to myself. So I'm like, girl, what we going to do? Honey, what we going to do? So this was the list of things that I need to work on this week. So this is what I have, right? And so then I said, okay, well, I need an affirmation. All right, so what do I need to do? So this week will be productive and rewarding. I will make strides in advancing my brand. All right, so, oh, that's nice. Tammy, I can actually show y'all what a neon pathos looks like before we get off. Remind me before we jump off. And so then I created the list of things that I needed to do. And so then I have like how I affirm. I'm going to keep a note section in case I need to take some notes, and then calls. And then I went down here, and this is everything I need to do. Hey, how are you? And so this is everything I need to do. Well, what is today? Wednesday? So I've actually started getting some things done. Now, with that being said, you also wanted to talk about your plant, right? So what is it going to take for your plant to grow? What do you need to do? What do you need to watch? What kind of plant is it? And if you think about all the information you did to find out about your plant, if you've done that. Now, if you haven't done that, then you're a little bit, that part you may be a little bit behind, right? Researching your plant is a task. Now, many of you all set goals, but you don't research what it takes to accomplish a goal. Okay, so this exercise alone, if done correctly, almost kind of gives you a format of how do I do my goal the same way, right? So let's just talk about my plant, all right? So my plant is a string of pearls, and I had to name her, right? Her name is Pebbles. And then I created a list of things that I needed to do this week, right? And so this was my list. Don't look at this right now. This was my list. Look up care information, name the plant, create a watering schedule, take a photo, and add to journal, right? And I need to print out another one. So this is the Pebbles, okay? So then I said, okay, let me go look this plant up. What do I really need to do? So she's a string of pearls, which is a type of succulent. I even found out what region it came from, right? And then I'm going to tell you how I would break a goal down the same way I did this. So I found out what region it comes from, which is Southwest Africa. What do they like? What is needed for it to flourish and to grow? Remember, we are growing things. Well, this baby needs some bright light. So my office is not as bright. So I also know that it can handle fluorescent lights. Well, I have filming lights, which are fluorescent. So at the top of the day, if it's not enough sun in here, I know that I need to give it fluorescent lights. So I've researched. I know what it's going to take to nourish and grow it and keep it alive, to keep my goals living and moving. So it needs that. Then it says, what kind of temperature does it need? All right. You need to figure out, is your plant suitable for where you live? So many of you all, if you're on Instagram, you saw the list of my plants. And I'm at, I think about 21 now. Judge me not, judge yourself. And I'm discovering that some of the plants that I purchased, they're so cute. They're real cute. But some of them jokers are like, yeah, homegirl, this ain't the condition that I like to live in. So if you want me to stay alive, you're going to have to do some extra things, right? So we'll see out of those 21 how many still remain, because it's about 3 of them that's like, I don't know about it, right? So you need to figure out, what will it take for your plant to thrive? What will it take for your goal to thrive, okay? And then SOP just stands for string of pearls. They're drought tolerant. So what that means is I don't necessarily have to water this particular plant a lot. It actually likes for the topsoil to dry out before you water it again. Otherwise, it will rot and die off. All right. And then we had watering schedule. Well, I watered it on the 19th. I realized that I'm not necessarily going to have to water this once a week. While I have other plants that require being watered once a week, and I can use the synonymous thing, I have some goals that require weekly attention. Some of my goals don't require weekly attention. This plant does not require being watered every week, but it does require getting enough light, okay? And so then with the watering, I just was very detailed on what it needed. So all of that was a detail for a plant, y'all. A plant, okay? A plant. This same concept is how you grow your goals. What most people do with their goals is they they say what goal they want. I want to be rich. They may name the goal, I want to be rich by opening a shop, right? So I want to be rich might be your goal. And then you name that goal, I'm gonna open a shop. All right? But then that's where most people stop. So you want to be rich, you open a shop, and I'm gonna just use me as an example. You start off strong coming out the gate. And you like, yeah, Journal Jot and Jive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And some of y'all are OGs. So y'all can laugh at me and talk about me. It's fine, because I can talk about myself. I'm growing. And I'll start out strong. And I'll be like, yes. And then I just be like, whoa. And y'all be like, girl, where you at? What's going on? We don't see nothing. You done stop selling this. You stop selling that. And so that's where I had to check myself, reevaluate myself, say, what can I do to nourish my goal, right? While my goal is hair, getting my salon together, I'm personally working on 2 goals. But I didn't necessarily show all of that because A, y'all can't see the whole birthing of Journal Jot and Jive or the extension of Journal Jot and Jive. And B, I didn't want y'all to be like, ooh, I need two goals too, because you don't. But when we look at the salon, the goal is to have it up and ready for June. That's the overall goal, okay? But I need to break those down into actionable steps. So in order for the salon to flow like I want it, because I'm actually moving into a new location, I'm changing some things that I did not have at the other location to make it grow healthier, if that makes any sense, right? So as I do that, I'll be paying attention to my plant and I'll be paying attention to my goals. So each week, I should be doing something different to enhance my goal. Okay, so no matter what your goal is, you're doing that for 30 days. Now, with that being said, that does not mean that your goal is going to be completed in 30 days, all right? So I don't want y'all coming out of this like, well, my goal ain't done, so this is why I don't work on goals. No. You are working on the goal. If your goal can be completed in 30 days, fine. If it's not, guess what? You're going on to month 2. but you already have a formula to use. I've given you the questions to ask yourself every single month, and you can apply that to whatever goal you're working on, okay? So does anybody have any questions about that? T. Gucci, thank you for saying that, because there might have been people that are like, okay, I done bought these journal prompts and honey, she ain't giving no guidance, but y'all have to kind of open your mouth sometimes. I can't guess what you need. That might be something that some of you all may need to work on within your goals. Stuff ain't gonna fall out the sky, okay? So while I wait to see if y'all have any questions, I'm gonna grab the neon pothos so y'all can kind of see what Tammy's plant is going to look like. Okay, and so I need to pull the leaf off of this. So this is the neon pothos. I'm gonna put the light a little brighter so you can see it. So this is the neon. She is, yeah, very vibrant plant. Yeah, so that's that. Yes, change is, one thing my dad taught me when he was living, he taught me, because I used to be like, this is hard. And he would be like, no, it's not hard, it's challenging. And I used to be so mad, and I was like, but it's hard. And he's like, no, it's not hard, it's just challenging. And over time, I learned that often when we just say it's hard, we stop. If it's challenging, I may be willing to push a little more. So yeah, change is a challenge. That is actually a journal prompt that you can write, right? And so that prompt may be, what about change makes me nervous? Or what about change keeps me stagnant, right? And in that journal prompt, I would say set your timer for 15 minutes, okay? 15 minutes. Nobody around. Even if they're around, if you can write when other people are around and you can kind of center and focus, that's fine. But you're just going to let that pen flow. You're not going to stop what you write. You're going to write how it make you uncomfortable. If a tear roll with it, you're going to let it hit the page. But you're just going to write. Like, this makes me uncomfortable because I have self-doubt, right? In some of my areas. Again, I like to use me as an example. So with Journal Jot and Jive, it's not that I don't have the creativity, y'all. Sometimes I doubt it and I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be good enough. And again, I have a friend and a mentor. She's a friend and a mentor. And she just had to tell me to just get out of my own way. Okay? So definitely look into that. Journaling about that tonight. Yes, okay, so Tammy, read up on that neon because yeah, yeah, read up on that plant because I kind of moved a little different with that plant, so I'm gonna have to bring that one back to life. It ain't dead or nothing, but I gotta bring that one back to life. I haven't even named her yet. All right, so I'm trying to see, is there any other page I'm going to create? We got a couple of minutes before we hop off of here. So I see that we have 21 beautiful people on this live because y'all need to get some words out on paper. You need to write your heart out, or you just want to listen to me ramble. Either way it goes. There's a good old thumbs up button. Somebody already was with me because y'all know how that goes. Yeah. Just show me a little love. That's it. That's it, y'all. Oh yeah, because I did list that one. You sure did, Tammy. I named that one. I'm trying to see if the other ones are near me to show y'all, and it's not. Yeah, I don't have the other two near me to show you. If I had the other two, I would have showed y'all what it looks like. Yeah, I don't have those two. All right, so we did note to self 20 things. Oh, I think I want to do a book section, right? I don't want to limit myself to the months. I know some people will read books each month or several books, but let's do a book page. Let's do a book page, and let's not limit ourselves. Let me not limit myself. And so this is the Digital Detox book, and they do have a stack of books somewhere in here. Oh, they in here. Hold on. I'm sorry if y'all can hear my child all the way from upstairs downstairs, but he's pulled out. Yeah, I thought it was a book. I know I pulled a book. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna find these books. Oh, well, hold on. They got a reading list. Never mind. That's why I wasn't supposed to find the book. Go on and pull some of y'all sticker books out, y'all, now. You ain't got nothing but time. And if you don't have time, you can make time. Now, let us pray that this go on straight, because you may not. Oh, look at the Lord. That might have worked today. Okay, so I'm going to go through here because I want to layer this page. Cindy, it'll stay up. So it'll stay up and it'll just, it'll be listed. I'm not going to like edit it. Yeah, so this one will stay up. Oh, I kind of like this, right? So this says reading list, and then this says, thanks for the thumbs down. Because that means you still here listening. Now, make sure you pull out that journal and write why you put a thumbs down. Maybe you didn't like that I asked. So this says disconnect to reconnect. And we're going to put this right here. All right. And then I'll list on here. Now that didn't go on too straight. That's a little crooked, but we just gonna let it be right there. Ooh, I wish I could pull that up, y'all, but I can't. Okay. And then we are going to, this right here says press pause. Oh yeah, no, so every now and then I will take the video down, and usually that's if I have a mishap on here and I'm like, oh, I'm not about to go through and edit that, so I'll just take it. But yeah, this one will stay. So thanks for popping in. All right, so this will be the reading list page. And I'm not going to necessarily write it all in here. Like, it'll probably be just sporadic as I read whatever books. All right, so that's that page. Now, if you are into reading your book and breaking down your book, that's something else that you can add in your journal, right? So this is our reading list. Not talking about our reading list, right? But let's just say there was a line in the book that just spoke to you. And you're like, man, I didn't even think about that. Or that was dope. That's a journal entry, right? What about that line made you feel this way? Or if it made you, what if you read something in a book and it just motivated you to get up and do something? You could track that in your month section, right? So you would be in May, and maybe you read that book for that night. Or for example, like when I go on Instagram and I watch the verses, and if that particular episode of verses just moved me, I take a screenshot of all of the verses and then I'll add that in here and then I'll write about it. So you can do that if it's a TV show. There's a huge, not a huge show. There's a huge topic that's going around. Insecure. If you're watching Insecure, I got to catch up on it. They're talking about friendship, and ironically, the next set of journal prompts that I'll be releasing will be on friendship. You're welcome. Thank you, Sandy. So the next topic will be on friendship. So like when people watch episodes, like people are really moved by these episodes. Okay, I see the post and I see all of them, and I'm like, oh dang, I was about to write about friendship anyway. But if you watch something and it's just like that really made me feel some kind of way, okay, instead of going to find that meme, okay, because some of y'all are gonna go find that meme because you're feeling some kind of way, like it sparked a feeling inside of you. It built up that feeling and you like, oh, this made me feel like this about whoever you talking about. Instead of telling social media how you feel, open up that journal and be like, I didn't watch this show Insecure and it just hit me deep to the core. Like, this is how I feel about X, Y, and Z. Yes, I love Issa Rae. Like, she's my kindred spirit. Like, I am kind of like all over the place like that sometimes. But you can write about that, right? So I think once you understand that the journal doesn't have to be so scripted, it can be about whatever, y'all will end up falling in love with writing in a journal. I'm telling you, y'all, my journal be lit. Talk to your journal like you talk in real life. Like, don't make it seem like you're doing a project for your teacher or you're turning this in for an interview or something like that. If you mess up, scratch out. It's fine. Like, just write. Because all of my journal entries are not cute, just so y'all know. So I think that is it, y'all. I think that's it for our session. Well, we have 8 minutes. I don't know. Is there another page that I can create? We did a Hello May. We got our plant life. We have a We Don't Know What You Are page. We have our book page, Disconnect to Reconnect, She Crooked. And that'll be our 20 things. That's going to be another photograph. Note to self. And so with the note to self, when you write a note, you can tip in a piece of cardstock or vellum and cover it up if you don't want anybody to see it, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, somebody might find my journal. Well, if that makes you feel a little bit better, you can cover that up. All right. And then we have the start. So if you even look just with me starting that, you already have a little ripple in the page. I love a little ripple. And I think that's it, y'all. Use your sticker. Go ahead and use your sticker doll, all right? Don't have me using it by myself. Oh, I lied. I just found another I found another die cut that I've had for years, so I can actually part with it. So I am going to put this right here. And so what I'm going to do with this page, it just came to me right now. I'm going to write maybe about a good 5 goals that I want to go ahead and happen while I'm in this journal. I'm not writing the goals online, but all I'm saying is this is going to be my goals page. I did say over there, but I ain't mean it. So we gonna chase some dreams and then we gonna catch them over here. Okay, we gonna chase them and then we just gonna catch them right there. That's how that's gonna work. And we're gonna do one of our little squiggly lines as a border. If you have not worked on your squiggly lines, add that to your list this week. Remember to ease into it. All right, y'all. So that's our pages. So if you have some goals and some dreams you want to accomplish, well, we already know we're working on one goal. So at minimum, you got one thing that you can write down. But if there's some things that you want to work on while you're in the journal, so if this journal, you feel like the journal is going to take you a year, put those in there, check them off as they happen. Now, this will be different from your 20 things by 2020. 20 things by 2020 can include whatever. Your goals, chase them, catch them. Okay? No matter how big, no matter how small. Like I said, I know I put 5, but I'm probably going to have more than that because I'm a little ambitious. But what I can tell you, one of mine, I really want to pay one of my student loans off. Because, this little pandemic thing that's going on, it has really allowed me to pay attention to a whole bunch of stuff. And one of them, I'm like, girl, you can pay that off in a year. So that's going to be one of my goals. And I'm excited about that one. I know who's excited to pay bills, but yeah, I got some things I want to happen. So that'll go on there. That's going to be a goal that I chase and that I catch, and that's going to be off my credit. Right? So I'm going to pay that $3,500 down. Go on and claim that. And that'll be that. All right, y'all. So we've had our time together. I enjoyed y'all. Go ahead and get those journals out. Get those goals moving. Because, honey, in 30 days, y'all going to hear me be like, yes, y'all, I did that. And I'm going to brag. And I want y'all to brag, too. If you are comfortable posting in the Facebook group, go ahead and post those pictures of the plants. I want to know who your plants are. I want to, what did you name them? If you are interested in the journal prompts, and you like, all right, now this is the 5th time she done said something about these journal prompts. Let me just go on and get them. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Okay, and so you can grab them from this website. You may want to sign up for the newsletter on this website page. Scroll down to the bottom and sign up for it, because that's where you'll get the details of anything that's new coming to Journal Jot and Jive if you can't catch it on here. Yeah, so we got some things coming, y'all. So I'm excited. Thank you all that have been saying silent prayers for me to get my whole life together and not to give up on Journal Jot and Jive. Because y'all was going hard for a sister when she wasn't going hard for herself. So I do like to openly say thank you. And again, I am excited. So remember Journal Jot and Jive. And I'm going to say this other phrase I want y'all to remember. Because remember, I got my podcast mic. I'm going to get back into blogging because I'm known for my storytelling. So it's going to be called A Right Turn. I've already secured that name. So, my website. So, y'all get ready to see that. A Right Turn. It's a play on words. Okay? So, y'all have a good night. I am about to close this on out. I'm going to get me something to eat. Yes, at 9:40 in the p.m. All right? So, good night, y'all.